Week number 2, vocabulary as fast as I can do it. The first word is haughty. I usually say this. Sometimes people that are good looking, not us of course, act very stuck up. And so I say this, the haughty, the good looking folk, was haughty because they thought they were better looking than us, which we know is not true. And so the haughty, here's a picture of a woman with her teacup up. The haughty, she's very haughty. She thinks she's better than us. Going on to the next word is empathy. I'm pretty sure most of you know this, but there is a difference between empathy and sympathy. So I'm gonna drop a video to explain that to you. This just means you're feeling what other people feel. And as you can see, the little baby, you sometimes comfort them, but you just sit with them while they're feeling what they feel. The next one is to scrutinize, and that means to look at very closely. So listen how at the end it says eyes, scrutinize. You use your eyes to scrutinize. So if you're looking at something very closely, it's like you're examining it. They scrutinize the documents. The next one is intrepid. You are so brave. Trepidation means fear. So if you're trepid, you're scared. But if you're intrepid, you're not scared. You're brave, of course. You are fearless. And I've got someone jumping over a cliff here. Make sure you pay attention to the pictures because a lot of people learn with pictures. So pay attention to the picture. And that's someone jumping over a cliff. Orator. So it just means one who speaks. So my favorite, you already know, is Martin Luther King. He speaks. So the word oral is in there. That means using your mouth to say something out loud. And that is an orator. And here's my favorite. So the next word is adversity. I'm going to show you a picture of someone laying down who is looking like they might be homeless. If that does happen, that is going through a very rough time and a hardship, a struggle, or you can even write a tough time. So here's how I'm going to have you remember it. The word city is there. So in the city, this picture, this person was going through adversity, having a tough time or a struggle. Hedonist. The only way I can explain this is whoa, people that love to party. So a hedonist will take everything to the extreme. And what you can't really see here is that this person is like passed out from a party. And one other way I describe it is sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And a lot of people, if they take things to the extreme, especially with partying, are considered hedonists. And that's a noun, it's a person. Mundane. It's so boring. So what I'd like to say is mundane. I usually come in and say Mondays are mundane. It's routine. We just do the same thing over and over. And it means that it's actually super boring. Super duper boring, like boring. So the class was so mundane that I fell asleep. Not this class, so don't even try. Okay, here are some suffixes. You can tell they're a suffix because it has that little dash here at the beginning, and that means it can only come at the end of a word. So if it's E-R-A-R or O-R, it's a person. So a teacher is one who teaches. It literally means one who. Teacher, actor, one who acts, one who teaches. You see that at the end of a word, you know it's a person. Hyper. So if I'm hyper, I'm too much of something. I am over the top. It says too much. So hyperactive, you can probably guess if I'm that or not. And hypertension, that means too much tension causing blood pressure to rise. So hyper, too much. What do you think hypo is? Too little. So if you are hypoglycemic, that means your blood sugar goes too low. A lot of times you'll have to eat something to get it to go up. So here we have, again, too little toilet paper. That is hypo toilet paper. Hypo. Ose at the end of a word. Sucrose, glucose, fructose. If it's at the end of the word, this is going to help your health. It means sugar. Okay? Sucrose, glucose, fructose. Any ose. Look on the label. If it says ose, you're sugaring out. And you might get hyper. S at the end of the word means female. And we're not really using this anymore because we're trying to gender neutral things. So I'm showing you this as maybe recognizing we probably shouldn't do this anymore. So it's one who female, like princess, actress. So actress is a word that female actors want to get rid of because they want to just be known as an actor. You shouldn't have to know someone's sex to know who they are. So, but here's one in nature, lioness. You know that it's Nala, not Simba, right? So that is a way to show gender. Avant-garde. If I want to think of this as like you're really super unique. So the way I'm gonna have you remember it is think of Lady Gaga. She's super unique, and here's a picture of her actually wearing a dress that looks like it's made out of meat. Okay, if you're willing to do that, you're avant-garde. You're a little bit different, new, original. And a lot of times they'll use that to explain people who are artistic. The avant-garde piece of art that they made show the world how creative and unique they are. All right, going on to zealous. If you're zealous about something, it's like being a cheerleader. So here's what I want you to picture. I want you to picture a zebra in a cheerleading outfit. And that cheerleading zebra, why am I saying zebra? Look at the front word. Zebra, zealous, zebra, zealous. A cheerleader, zebra, is in a cheerleading suit. And they are like super enthusiastic about something. Look, SpongeBob is the most zealous person ever. Like over his spatula, he's like, yay! All right, next, going on, fiasco. Nothing goes right if it's a fiasco. So here is a complete, absolute failure. The number one thing that describes fiasco for me is my love life in the 90s. All of my dates were fiascos. I once dated someone who on the first date told me they didn't use toilet paper. Now that was a fiasco. I'll tell you this story later. And going on to sycophant. All right, a sycophant is the person who tries to kiss up to anyone. This person will always be what you all think of as a teacher's pet. And I say a butt kisser, a suck up, and a teacher's pet. So a lot of us don't really like that. We think, can you just be yourself, you little sicko? You are just trying to be the teacher's pet. And we don't really groove on it. You're a sycophant. Sycophant, it's a noun. It's a person. Charisma. Charisma means you are super interesting to other people. So I want you to look at the word and I want you to see the word charm in it. C-H and then M right there. If you have charisma, you have incredible charm and people really are kind of drawn to you. So I put Barack Obama up for that. You can see other people. Of course, my Martin is there. I should have put Jason up there. But charisma means you have this charm and it's almost like a magnet and it draws people in. So charisma, charm. Going on to faux pas. This one is almost one of the most difficult ones. You can tell it's another language. And faux means fake. And it's a weird word, and this is probably one of the most difficult ones, so study it more. Faux pas means you made like a little teeny mistake, but it's not like the biggest mistake. It's like, oops, I made a faux pas. And it's like having the person in the picture has something on their teeth. It might be like passing gas in public, like you're meeting someone's parents and you're like, whoop. It's not horrible. We can all get over it. It's just a tiny mistake, usually in a social situation. I made a faux pas when I passed gas in front of my mother-in-law. All right, next And almost done, as fast as I can. Tirade. Rah, rah, rah. So I want you to see the word tirade. Take this and change the D to a G and see tirade. Okay? If someone's going on a tirade, which is a noun, it's like giving you a speech where they're super mad. Like if someone got out of their car because they were road raging, they would be like, "Why are you doing this? You're following me too closely." That's a tirade, a long, angry speech. I give them to my children when they don't clean up. I'm like, "I told you to take out the garbage." It's kind of the speech that happens all the time when I'm a little bit angry, or a lot of it. All right, you just went through all of the words of the week. I want you to pay close attention to the pictures because that'll help visual learners. And we're gonna do great on this test. Keep practicing. You can do this. You're doing it by yourself now, and I know you can do it.